Rama Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। गंगा मई यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी मारी हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप महापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज ऑल ग्लोरीज ऑल ग्लोरीज श्री गुरु एंड श्री गौरंगा ऑल ग्लोरीज टू शीला प्रभु। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपार्थं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं। वंशकल्पतरुष्कपासिन्धवे च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Before I forget, Manan, where's Manan? No? So, anybody else from the back team? So, the table, right? The table ala na, तो वर घेतला table because yesterday we had it up, right? So वो कनेक्शन लगा के उसको नीचे लेना है. So then the height is correct. वो टेबल है ना, उसका हाइट बढ़ा दिया था हमने कल. So उसको कनेक्शन लगा के नीचे करोगे तो हाइट बराबर हो जाएगा. You don't have to add extra blocks behind. That's why they are feeling it's very heighted. But yeah. So thank you all for coming. And I know it's late. I'm really sorry. If you go inside, it's a mess. If you go in the altar room, it's a big mess. Very big mess. So I am very strict about like at my home that everybody should sit for the class. They should not skip it. But today we'll make an exception. They can actually go and clean the whole thing because it's too messy. At least they can come for Pushya Abhishek, right? So thank you all for coming. We are trying our best so that we can serve the Vaishnavas nicely, so that the Lord will be happy. And he looks beautiful today. At least I've seen him. So I hope the Abhishek also is that beautiful. By your blessings, I will see, which I was hoping to see for many, many years. So thank you all for coming. So we'll go fast forward because it's too late. And the point is that yesterday we completed the part where how he had already arrived at our home. So we'll go to the part how we actually brought him. So it's like my grandfather, great grandfather, and my Nanaji, great Nanaji, from my grandmother's side, my grandmother's parents. So they and my grandfather had a big, dharamshala. What do you call? Oh, Sanjana. Dharamshala. What do you call dharamshala in English? Abhi? Dharamshala pata hai na sabko? ठीक है. Like an ashram, not an ashram, but it's a place, like Alandi is a place near Pune. And so it's like 1 hour away from Pune. Yes. And so they had this built like 3 floors and everything. We used to live in a 1 BHK, but the dharamshala was, 3 floors. Aisa. So I'm Mohit Prabhu, can sit in the, you're in the sun, right? It's too sunny. Okay. So, and please, you don't have to sit in the sun. You can please come over here. So the point is, so they had this whole dharamshala and everything, and every Ekadashi, not every Ekadashi, the one Ekadashi where there is the yatra at Alandi, they used to go. They had a 4-wheeler and all at that time, so they were rich. We were not. So they used to go and they actually, donate, and they would do food for life kind of a thing. And the Warkaris and all, they used to come, right? So they used to do that. So my grandfather was like helping them around. He wasn't actually the investor in all of that. And so they had a desire that, we should have some kind of deity, to be there in the whole place. And from the whole... I have more chairs in the garage if you want more chairs. Yeah. So... Sorry, it's distracting. We are trying to do everything in one go, right? So... It's difficult to be I much more appreciation for Premdati Mataji over the whole years. It's like I'm like, this is just one festival we are trying to do. Nahi ho pa raha yaar. And then she has been doing it forever, And then it's like, the one thing which I've observed with managers is, right, and that too in a voluntary organization. It's like, ISKCON is a voluntary organization, right? In the company, the manager can actually force me to get up from this seat right now. Yes. Not in America, but in India, definitely. So you'll go and you'll be working and all. But when you're in a voluntary organization, yes, to actually get all of you together and then, celebrate Janmashtami, Radhashtami, Gaur Purnima is actually something stupendous. It's like so crazy. So crazy. Imagine the congregations in Mayapur and Vrindavan, right? So crazy. Everything is crazy. And then I was thinking that, one day Surgeon Prabhu, just taking his name, this example I'm giving, not that he's a bad person. But then he said that, yes, Prabhuji, I'll come tomorrow. I will help you. And then we were hoping that he'll come after Rath Yatra, the day after Rath Yatra, okay? And I'm like, day after Rath Yatra, who will come, right? Nobody's going to show up. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So then I called him at 12. I called him at 3. And then he's like, Prabhuji, no, I have assignments to do. I cannot show up. And I'm like, what should I say after that? Can I say you have to come? No, I can't say that. Why? Because he has his own life, right? And then he has his own priorities also. Not that this is not his priority. But still, he has other deadlines and all to be met. And the funny thing is that when he said no, I'm like, okay, then I have to get up and do stuff, right? And I was thinking about Mataji, like, how are we getting people to do stuff? Like there is this whole sound system. We have Mohan Chaitanya Prabhu, Kevala Bhakti Prabhu doing it. When Romapad Swami Maharaj comes, we have this whole setup we need, and it has to be ready. You cannot delay. I remember for that ASU program, right? We went late. And you're like, yeah, I can start. And I was like, Maharaj, please wait. And then he was looking at me and I was getting so scared. I was telling Nampriya Mataji, I'm too scared now, Please, can you tell him that is not my fault? So it's like to get people, to get an audience is a really big thing. And I'm so happy that you all are here, Just seeing you all here and those people who are not here, I'll see them later. But yeah. It's like if Premdati Mataji can make it, Yes, we are. It's like, but then they would also say that you also didn't show for home programs, right? I think Rupulesana Mataji will echo that. Prabhuji, you have not come for my home program for a long time. But then yes, okay, it's fine. So, for being a voluntary organizer, it's a miracle that we pull off. Every Janmashtami, every Radhashtami, every Gaur Purnima. It's like every single month. And it's like every single Sunday. We need kirtan, do this, do that, do that. Yesterday, we were discussing about Mrudanga play. I'm like, oh no. I thought Shubhangam is going to come in the evening, right? Who's going to play? Oh my God, what is going to happen? And then he's here. And Parth is also here. So I was like, we are getting people somehow or the other, right? It's a really miraculous thing which Prabhupada has done. None of the other institutions, they have all copied us. Yes, it's a proud thing I can say out there. Who is there out there? No, it's Prabhupada who did it first. So coming back to the story, appreciation to Premdhati Mataji and all of you who actually volunteer and do so much. And to my friends, obviously, who have done so much setup. And to my friends who took a lot of time to get up, get ready and come late. Those are two are sitting behind over there, yeah. So my grandfather and my great-grandfather, they had this whole point that, we should bring a deity. And so my grandfather used to do these tours and travels kind of a thing, right? There's like Swami Samartha tours and travels. And then he used to take all over like in the bus and everything. So I don't know all this. This is only hear and say because I was so small I didn't even know. But when I was born, just after that, they had brought him from Jaipur. If you see Radha Gopinath from Belgium, they have similar features because they have this thing and that thing and everything. So the ornaments and all. So he's that old actually. And so I hope the wind does not blow everything apart. Okay. We'll just pray. Is it working? No, it's not working. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. I'll just finish it fast so that we can go and have Pushya Abhishek. But the point is that they brought him, my grandfather brought him, and they never got a chance. In the 13 years when he was there in that place, what they used to do every single month, that Ekadashi whenever they used to go, they used to pick him up, place him, and then put something, put a agarbatti and all. If you see the Lord actually, you'll have that agarbatti stains on him, on the below marble, on the stone which he stands on. And then they used to put him back to sleep. My relatives had seen him, everything was there, but nobody actually went ahead and did something about it. Okay, that's crazy. We were not expecting that. Oh my God. I think he doesn't want me to give a lecture. So maybe we can, I don't know what to do. So I'll just continue I'll just do it in 10 minutes. So they brought him after 13 years after that. My great-grandfather left his body. My great-grandmother left her body. So the whole thing dropped onto my grandfather. For 5 years he was struggling. They stopped doing everything because their side of the family did not do anything other than, the parents did it. So my grandfather we'll sell the place. We don't need it anymore. And we are already having, so his health and all is getting poorer and poorer. And so he says that we are going to sell the place. How many people are staying in 1 BHK? 5. Including me, right? My grandmother, grandfather, mom and dad. Already so full. So much stuff, in India we have so much stuff. And over here also so much stuff. This place is also small, right? So what happens is that he plans to sell it. He sells it. And then it's about to vacate the whole thing, right? You have to vacate the whole thing. So they are planning, they're thinking what to do. And then my mom got to know that we have this I had seen him for the first time when I was in my 5th standard. When I'd walked into the whole place. And I was not into devotional life at all. And I was looking, I saw him. And then I'm like, inka naak acha nahi hai. Something like that. His nose is not that great. I remember saying that. And I'm like, okay, theek hai. Matlab, it's not ours or something aisa. And then that is the only one time I saw him. And after 13 years, when my mom got to know that we are selling the whole thing and he has promised, some other Baba, some ashram, that we will give the deity. Forget it, it's fine. It's fine. Photo लिया था ना? हाँ फिर ठीक है, निकालो. Being a superficial person, it makes sense, right? So the whole point after that was, it's like my mom was saying that you cannot give away, but she is also not a devotee. There's a difference. Why do you not want to give him up? Precious. मार्बल है ना भाई, पैसा है लगता है उसको, कुछ तो होगा ना ऐसा. आई एम नॉट जजिंग हर डिवोशन, नाउ इट्स गुड, बट ओवर देन आई एम डेफिनेटली श्योर इट वॉज समथिंग एल्स, राइट? कि क्यों देना है, भगवान को नहीं दे सकते. मैंने बोला ये कौन सा है भाई, तुम तुम्हारा करो. बिकॉज बीइंग रेज्ड इन ICSE स्कूल, यू आर टॉट व्हाट? O Lord, our Heavenly Father, Almighty, Everlasting God. Yes, hallowed be thy name. So I was like this, aisa, always. And I had not gone to Pandharpur also many times. So it was like nothing. So then when they were discussing about this, I was busy with my swimming, I was so fed up with that swimming. कि ये कब बंद कर रहे हैं, मतलब, what used to happen, I'll just tell this funny thing. At home, my dad was there, who was telling me, कि what are you doing at home? Go. And I'm scared of my dad, okay? So, and then when you go to the swimming pool, there's that person over there, another person over there, my coach. And he was a harassment, literal harassment. That stopwatch, what's a stopwatch in swimming? And there's a thread, nylon thread, used to get whacked by that, right? And the flippers are there, the kickboards are there, and then so many, the bottles and everything used to get whacked on. And then there's the bullying, the ragging. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. It's like in my 8th standard, I remember I was praying. I'm like, kaun sa bhi Bhagwan yaar, please get me out of this mess, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is bakwas. But it's like every single time when I used to get to know that my father has gone to our hometown and all, I'm like, aaj swimming, khatam, nahi jana hai. But when this whole thing, the yesterday's episode happened, right, about the Lord getting picked up and everything, and I was like, oh, I know why he trained me to do swimming, so that I can pick him up today, Iska bhi fayda hai, but it's like, and he also wanted me to learn the keyboard. That's why, like I told you guys, right? That's why I know a little bit of harmonium. It's because of the keyboard. Why? I used to hate that also. But now if you see, I like to play it. Because it's about Krishna now. Earlier it was like Sare Gama Pa. I'm like, kyun bajana hai? Nahi bajana hai. I want to watch my Pokemon, my Beyblade and my Digimon. That's very nice. And this is how the life was going on. I was just worried about my swimming. But in my 10th standard, when you're doing my 10th standard studies, I got that chance, right? Now I'm in 10th standard, I don't want to go for swimming anymore, it's my 10th. And so my grandfather got sick, slowly and steadily. And then he had promised already that they are going to give the deity to somebody else. And then they were all fighting in the house. My mom, my grandmother, everybody were fighting. And I'm like, okay, fine. After that, when he was about to give him up, because they were vacating the whole place, he gets sick, literally sick. And he was hospitalized near the swimming pool, okay? And I was like, I'm not going there, If somebody sees me, they're going to call me for swimming. I am not going there. But on the 10th day, my mom was like, no, you have to come and meet him. And I'm like, why? What happened? No, you just have to come. And so my mom took him to show him, and then he was on, like, he had this whole, all that stuff. And then they said something to each other, and then in a few hours he left his body. And then everything changed, my studies were still pending in December, and then you have these exams in February and March, right? And then things were changing rapidly. So after the whole thing happened, I gave my exams and everything. So my mom was like, we should go. Where we should go? To that place. Why should we go to that place? Batao, guess maro. Huh? Hey, hut. That's the whole point. That's why I asked this question. No, it's not for the deity we went. Guess karo. Kiske liye gaye honge hum typical Indian mothers? Huh? धर्मशाला में लड़कियों को रखते हैं क्या भाई? ये कौन सा स्कैम है? ये मतलब दूर रखो भाई इनको. No, but why would Why would not? It's like, oh, because his mother is looking for her. Oh, that's why. Okay. So no. It's like typical Indian. No. What goes away? What to salvage? What to salvage? क्या लेफ्ट ओवर? क्या होगा उधर जो पड़ा होगा उधर? सोना नहीं, उधर नहीं रखे. धर्मशाला में सोना कौन रखता है? क्या मंदिर में नहीं रखा है ना, मत रखो. नॉट सेफ ऐसा. अरे सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ यार, व्हाट डज माता जी नोन फॉर इन आवर कॉन्ग्रीगेशन? अरे सारीज के लिए नहीं गए थे यार. मतलब इट्स लाइक दे रियली हैव अ हार्ड टाइम एवरी सिंगल होम प्रोग्राम. प्रसाद बनाने के लिए क्या चाहिए? बर्तन. पर कौन से बर्तन? पीतल के बर्तन ना, कॉस्टली बर्तन. यस. सो वी वर ऑल गोइंग, माई मॉम वाज सेइंग एंड इट्स लाइक माई मॉम, माई ग्रैंड मदर एंड दे आर लाइक यू कम विथ अस. वो बर्तन लाने ना, पीतल के बर्तन लेके आना. मैंने कहा ओके लेट्स गो. सो वी वेंट इन द रिक्शा, 3 of us. माई डैड डिड नॉट कम. He's like, it's fine, you can just leave it. No, we want to get it. It's ours, it's mine. I and mine, Aham sarvasya prabho mata sarva. Bhoktaram yadna tapasab. So we went over there in the rickshaw, in the bus, like PMT leke gaye the. And then we reached over there. And then we are taking everything, the clock, the bartan and everything. And now we need a small truck, right? The tempo, the red tempo. So we took a red tempo, the open one. And then in the end I saw who? Him over there. And then I'm like, मैंने पूछा इसका क्या करना है? ये लेना है. So then she's like, हाँ ले लेके, अभी अपना ही है ना, किसको क्या पता चलेगा. ले लो. I'm like, what will we do? We don't have space. And then she's like, antique piece की तरह रख लेंगे. We have so many people who have Krishna at their home as an antique piece also, right? So I'm like, रख लेंगे antique. Heavy है. मैंने कहा ओके लेते हैं. So we took him in the tempo. There's no formal अभी जैसे we did chamars and shank and kirtan, nothing like that. We just brought him down. We put him in the tempo. बाजू में बर्तन, my mom and dadi sitting behind, and then I am sitting with that guy in the front. And duk, we travel 1 hour. Where? To that 1 BHK in our flat. And we don't have lift. So then we reach over there, the bhaiya, the watchman, today we can call for second initiated devotees. The watchman actually helped. वो देता ना पूरा, भैया बोलते हैं. He actually वाले कि आप करो. Then he helped. He only took, I don't think I even touched him. We took him on the 3rd floor. And then on my bed, which I was sleeping on, we kept him on that bed, sleeping. Can we imagine doing that today to Radha Madhavari? मतलब मैं तो फोड़ ही देगा जो करेगा वैसे. We can't do that. We can't imagine. We have a separate bed. Yes, you saw that yesterday. Separate bed, everything new. You cannot offer anything old. Yesterday, small thing happened. I'll just share. There was that attar we have to offer. I think you offered the attar, right? So that wasn't the original attar. We were not able to find that. So my mom was like, okay, I have a new one, which I have. You use this one. So then I opened it and then I smelled it to see what kind of fragrance it has so that I can give it to the Lord. And then Sajan Prabhu is sitting down there. Prabhu, ऐसा सूंघना नहीं चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं. I'm like, आप चुप रहो यार. You don't tell me ऐसा. मेरे भगवान को चलता है. So I just said that and we put it in the tray. Immediately 2 minutes after, we found the one which Mataji actually offered. And I'm like, oh, maybe the Lord did not want it really. So we took it out and then we put it over there. Aisa. And so we can't even imagine. He is sleeping on my bed. Aisa. And then kya karna? And then the bhaiya left. So kya kare? Dheere dheere we lift him up, put him down. A small room, like this carpet, a little bigger than this. Itna hi room. ठीक है? Or only this much. The porch maybe. Yeah, okay. उससे भी छोटा. So this corner, this is the entrance. This is the corner where the Lord was. Like you saw the photos yesterday. So this is my bed. I put him on the bed. And then we lift him up. I go over there. And then there's the big cupboard. Okay. Green cupboard. And there's a big table. And there's a big small gap. कैसा gap है? ऐसा नहीं है gap. ऐसा gap है. Narrow. We put him near that whole gap. Shift him. Put him inside that gap. And where is he facing? He's facing the cupboard. For many days he was facing the cupboard. And kya kare? Then the cupboard left because my grandfather passed away, so the cupboard went away. Then we moved him a little bit on the corner. तो अभी क्या करना है? कुछ पता नहीं है, कुछ नहीं पता. We just moved him, like what to do. और dress नहीं है, बांसुरी, कुछ नहीं. We had nothing. And so then we put a nice cloth and we put him on that. And then somebody came. No, you should not put the Lord on the floor. So then we were doing some work in the kitchen. So then we told that guy, ये थोड़ा raise करके रखो. So that's the raised part you saw yesterday. फिर वो पीछे के गंदे tiles आए थे, वो वाला था वो part. So then he was raised ऐसा. But nothing was planned. And then what happens is that after the Lord comes, we go for a South Indian tour. ऐसा नहीं क्या कोचा तो भी tours and travels रहता है. So my grandfather's पहचान का. So we go, and my mom, my dadi and me. It's always three of us mostly. And then I'm traveling. After 10th standard, you go for vacation where? Tirtha yatra kya? What is this? We go to San Diego, right? So but Tirtha yatra kaun jata hai? So then we are traveling the whole area. We went to Sri Rangam and all this, Tirupati, Balaji and everything. And in that bus, they used to put some songs, right? So old people, I'm the only youngest one over there, 10th standard mein. And they put this song, माझे जीवीची आवडी पंढरपुरा नेन गुडी पांडुरंगी मन रंगले गोविंदाचे गुण वेधले. I have that kirtan. This is 2009. And I hear that for the first time. And I hear the lecture that Satarkar Maharaj, he has left his body last year. And he's saying that, and somehow or the other, he just starts talking about Lord Vitthal. And then you're forced to listen, right? There are no earphones and you're not doing so much. You're listening. Hearing is so important. And I started hearing what they were saying. And it was saying that people have so many desires over there. But what is the desire of the saints? Is to see who? Maje jivichi avadi. Avadi means my liking. Maje jivichi avadi. Pandharapura nehi nagudi. I'll take, like the Varkaris take the pataka, right? I'll take the pataka to Pandharpur. Pandurangi mana rangale. My heart now is with the Lord himself. Mana, how will you say that, in English? Pandurangi mana rangale. My mind is absorbed in the Lord's devotion. Aisa. And Govinda se guna vedhale. Govinda has captured my senses. So beautiful. And he starts saying all that. And then I'm just thinking, it's so nice. After 2 days, because we were traveling for a long time, 17 days, right? It's like, I was telling my mom, can you tell him to put more? Tell him to put again the same thing. And then she wasn't observant. So he put it again. I was so happy. Then when I went back home, I was like, I want to go to Pandharpur. Such a nice place. And my grandfather used to go. He used to always bring prasad. He never used to go in the temple. Because he's like, bahar se kalas dekh lo, ho gaya, darshan ho gaya. Udhar se he'll show the pedas and all. He'll bring the peda. And the first person to eat the pedas will be me. All the pedas I'll eat, So nice. And the invitation, I didn't tell yesterday, the invitations which we handed out, like one invitation actually has gone to Pandharpur. Like I actually took to Pandharpur, one when we went to Vrindavan, one to Jagannath Puri. Simhasan, I told that Panda, please go and give it. And so he actually took some Lakshmi, obviously. He put it on the Simhasan of Jagannath. And he brought it. I'm like, and then I went to the Radha Shyam Sundar's altar. I gave the Patrika and then they kept it with themselves. Aisa. And then I was waiting over there. And they're like, Prabhuji, wo chahiye wapis. So then the pujaris are like, if you take it back, how will they come? I'm like, you showed them, right? It's fine. Then we went to Radha Gopinath, showed the Patrika over there also. And then there's that photo. I've taken the photo. Maharaj's Vyas Puja. I think I'd send it on the group, right? I saw Maharaj on his Vyas Puja day. No, I sent. He was sitting and chanting. And that day I gave the, and then they showed, aisa to Radha Gopinath. So I'm like, Maharaj ke paas dena to bahut mushkil hai. Wo to nahi hone wala hai. But so I was like, I gave it. So majority tirthas, we covered. And then we got all the tirthas, sacred jal today we are going to offer. It's from Ganga, from Navadvip. We have the mitti also. Yesterday, so the first person who did, first or second person, they had the mitti. That was from Navadvip Ganga. not from just any Ganga, Navadvip Ganga. And then we have Navadvip Ganga, we have Radhakund water, Shamkund water, Chandrabhaga, Jagannath Puri Mahabodhi, Mahasnan, whatever we do. So all these places, Lalita Kund, this Chitra Sakhi, all these Kund waters are going to be offered today. And so I had the desire to go to Pandharpur. So we went to Pandharpur. It was so nice and everything. I liked it. And for some reason, I just started listening to his kirtans. And the one thing it was mentioned that, in one of his lectures, he mentioned Satarkar Maharaj. Namdev, like Raghunath, you have that milk wala thing where the Lord drinks the milk. The same pastime is with Namdev Maharaj in Pandharpur. So the mom says that go and give to the Lord because your dad is not here today, you go and give it. And so he takes it, he gives it, and then he doesn't know that the Lord does not drink directly, He's drinking but not directly like we think. But he's too young to think that. But he has so much devotion. He starts hitting his head that if you don't drink, my mom is going to hit me. Because today my dad has not come, right? That's why you're not taking it from me. Seeing that devotion, the Lord actually grabs the gadwa, and then he drinks the whole thing. And Satarkar Maharaj says very funnily that from a long time, he's just been seeing the prasad. Nobody actually had the devotion to feed him. And today, Namdev Maharaj has come to feed him. So that's why to actually feed the Lord, he says, it's only and only by the holy name and by pure devotion. Some people say, he says in the letter, that what is this Janabai's Zata? Janabai is one of the saints in Maharashtra. Zata means the whole grinding motor. Earlier they used to do all that. So the Lord used to actually come and help her. Personally. The most amazing thing about the Lord is that he can do this and everything will be done. But what does he do? He actually comes and sits with Janabai. And the whole night she is sleeping and he is busy doing it. One day she catches him. Dharila Pandharicha Chora. That is this Abhanga they sing. That have caught hold of whom? The thief of Pandharpur. Like we have Braje Prasiddham Navanita Choram. So she's caught of him. She's like, who's doing this every single night? Kaun kar raha hai ye? And then she realizes that she catches him one day. And then it's you, why are you doing this? And she's crying. No, you take rest. She's like, no rest. So much karna, kitna? No, I'll do. You take rest. What is this pastime? The Lord doesn't need to do all this. What is he? He's Paramatma. He is Sankarshana. Mahavishnu. Kaunsa Vishnu? Karnodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Everything in an atom he is there. He doesn't need to do all this. But why is he doing it? Just to show his devotion to his devotees. Such, Bhavsiddhi Prabhu. And he was sharing his pastime about Narasimhadev, right? We know him. Me and all of the devotees, we were talking. Actually, I shouldn't be telling this, but it's there publicly, right? Everywhere. Bhavsiddhi Prabhu told us, because I was hunting him down. You tell what happened, You tell. And he's like, nahi Baba, aisa mat karo. But I'm like, no, you have to tell. So when he told, the one thing which was miraculous is that the Lord, when he appeared to him, he actually put his hand and like, you take, and then he's like, wo light hai na, the light in the altar room is actually irritating me. You tell somebody to actually switch it off or dim it. It's too much in my eyes. And then he's like, Bhavsiddhi Prabhu tells the Lord, hey, main kaise karega? How can I do it? Because I am not the manager. Otherwise the manager is going to kill me. Why did you dim the light? Who told you to do it? And then I asked him what happened after that. You know what he said? The Lord was thinking what to do. Because he told the Lord that if I don't tell that you had come in my, and told me to do it, who is going to actually have faith? They'll think that I'm sentimental. Correct? Then the Lord starts thinking. And I was like, what? इसको सोचने को टाइम लगता है. ये कैसे चला रहा है सब कुछ? The wind and the rain and everything is running. How? But the point is that because the bhav is there, right? They're exchanging the rasa. The Lord is thinking, He's thinking. And they're like, okay, you can tell. Then that's why that thing is there in the book. Narsimha Pastime, Bhavsiddhi Prabhu is there in that book. The point was that I asked him, which language did you speak with the Lord? I asked him that. Kaun se language mein chala? Bengali. I was like, you're Bengali. Oh, very nice. Aisa nahi kya? I was like, English mein nahi baat kiya kya? Aisa. But the point was that we were discussing. He doesn't have to do all this. But he's only doing it for what? The pleasure of the devotee. He wants that rasa. And that's why the most important thing is devotion. Sridhar Kolavecha Sridhar, what is he doing? They're having this pastime. De saste mein. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is urging for hours, every single day, 4 hours he will struggle. And Sridhar Kolavecha is like, no, I can't give you, I'm not cheating you. Every single day, for what? It's just a pastime with the Lord. It's just a rasa, Such a beautiful pastime. I don't know how did I end up over here. But then, whatever. So, traveling in Pandharpur and all. So, this pastime I heard from Namdev Maharaj. The thing Sadarkar Maharaj said, your devotion is not there. That's why the Lord will not eat. If you have the hands of Zanabai, the Lord will come and help you. If you have the devotion of Namdev Maharaj, the Lord will eat from your hands. I was like, wow, this is something new. I've never heard this before. It's like you have the desire that you just want to show the Lord. Even though we offer, why do we actually offer to the Lord? The first reason we get from the, when we come as new devotee, what is the first reason we get? Why should we offer bhoga to the Lord? Sinless ho jata hai, yes. Anything else? Our own purification, yes, that's one thing. And so my counselor says, he's not a prasadam converter machine. And I'm like, aisa nahi kya. And then when this Namdev pastime came, right? In Marathi we say, Devala dakho. And ma madhyala jev ghal. Because he's like, aaj prasad mein kya banaya hai? It's even before the Matajis are entering the kitchen, aaj prasad mein kya banaya hai? It's not even offered to the Lord. Because the desire is not to offer to the Lord. It's there. But it's this much. And then others have this much. But at least it's this much, right? We start offering. And then it changes. And the big acharyas like Madhvendra Puri, they want to taste that kheer which he hasn't even offered to the Kichor Gopinath. He just runs to the bazaar. Why? Because he's scared. Hey, the Lord hasn't eaten and how did I desire? And then what does the Lord do? He actually steals a kheer for him. Such a beautiful passion for what? So from that day, in our home, I was very strict, Forget about this dakhona. We will not say that anymore. What we will say, Devala khaila de. Devala jevaila de. Matlab Bhagwan ko khane ko do. Because I didn't know all this thing, right? You give bhoga and then there is prasad. Farak hota hai nahi kya. This is bhoga Prabhu, not prasad. Aisa dega. I didn't know all this, but because I heard it, I'm like, no, he hasn't eaten for 13 years. Now you cannot do all this. So we were like very strict. Aisa. While dressing also, nobody can come into the room. Because no audience, right? Abhi kaise band karke rakha hai na, audience hai isliye. No audience. I didn't know how to talk. It's like I've seen, the first time I gave a lecture was when we had that altar opening. And I didn't realize that I will be giving lectures after that. It's like I was just sharing what it meant, building that altar. So, after that, when he actually came home, then this whole thing started after that, which I said some in detail. And there was one thing which I have always seen with my mother, It's like, after I left, she actually did all that. At 1 o'clock, the Lord sleeps. At 4 o'clock, he gets up. At 10, the altar closes. I wish that I can go back, Because what it was so beautiful. Because when the altar came up, now when I used to sit down, the Lord was up. I cannot see him nicely. And even now, he'll be up. But I was thinking that, it was such a nice time. Nobody used to come. But what he used to do? At evening, when I used to dress him down, it's like at 9:30, we'll dim the lights. And then we'll just put Nindradumna Maharaj's kirtan, or some very sweet kirtan. Then we'll dance. Alone. Nobody's there. You're just there in front of the Lord. Just doing your own. Because it was so nice. It was just nice. It's like after you start learning. Because I didn't know my harmonium. I didn't know kartal. I didn't know mrudanga. I didn't know what to do. There was no, giving classes or anything. And now that you know, now it's a big confusion. Am I doing it for the Lord or not? Because earlier there was nobody to see. There is a big difference. If you do, it's like when we come to ISKCON, as new devotees, it's a very grey area. Who are we doing it for? Because if the population is not there, this very, like if you don't have association of devotees, it's very difficult to keep on. I'm very sure, it's like for me also, if you don't have association, you won't be able to do it. And that's why, coming to the most important point, which I actually wanted to highlight, is like, that's why we have Sunday feast programs. Why? Why do we come together for Sunday? It's because of all this reason. Because the Lord likes it when we dance together. I saw like Sri Govind Prabhu last Sunday, that he was standing beside me. And then he was dancing thoda, aisa. And I've never seen him like beside me actually, So I was dragging him, no, come Prabhu. It's because in our congregation it's very rare to catch people for dancing. But Shubha, it's like, I've seen the change. Earlier like Shubhangam and Nikit Prabhu and everybody, jeans and those kurtas and those pants. And one day what happened? All of them wore dhotis. And मैंने बोला ये क्या हुआ? आज function है क्या कुछ? And then I'm like, क्या हुआ? Your birthday? Yeah? Sorry Shubham, your birthday? No, Prabhu, why? No, Prabhu, Nikit Prabhu, like, no, Prabhu. I'm like, then why are you wearing dhoti? I've never seen you in dhoti. He's like, no, Prabhu. It's because it's nice, And Mohit Prabhu one day came for first Janmashtami. He's like, I wore dhoti today. I'm like, why? He's like, no, I want to do it for the Lord. Because I want to look nice. For whom? For the Lord. It's like you start from that, not necessarily end on that. Because you get used to, right? Familiarity breeds contempt. So that's why coming together on Sundays, and actually this whole program is like, I was telling Mataji, it's a prequel. For what? For which program? No. No. It's like, this is a prequel whenever our big temple is going to be built up. This is a prequel for that. So that we all can be. So that's why we need training. We need education. Our institution is a educational institution. For what? For all these things. So that things can go smooth and I don't have to shout. That's the most important point, right? But I've seen my family over there. We started doing Pushya Abhishek. Why? फूलों में सज रहे श्री वृंदावन बिहारी. And I'm like, इसका नाम है वृंदावन बिहारी. I have to do Pushya Abhishek. We started doing it every year. None of my relatives are devotees. Were devotees. But they liked it. They had fun. That day Niyati was saying, we like Pushya Abhishek. Why? It's fun. They come. Aishwarya Gaurang Prabhu was telling me, Prabhu, you're very nice. I'm like, मैंने क्या किया? Like, Pushya, मैंने नहीं किया वो फूल सब निकाले. बाकी लोगों ने निकाले. But then the point is, it's fun. And so what happened over the years? Every year, the sister who won't even look at the Lord, she's like, कब है Pushya Abhishek? हमें आना है. हमें सेवा करना है. मैंने बोला ये कब से होने लगा? Because we didn't start with the intention of preaching. When we say deity worship is preaching, it is preaching. I have seen it. 5 years. Mom doing Janmashtami, all these years. And then Pushya Abhishek when it used to come, I used to get 60 people in that small room. And everybody used to go crazy. If you've seen the videos, this year also like some craziness went in our temple also. I think everybody had a grudge against me. I think ऐसा कुछ था. हो गया. So everybody had a grudge on me, I think that's why. But the point is that this when we do more and more programs, like for Radha Madhav Hari, like Gaur Purnima is coming, we have dresses, we have decorations, it's for the pleasure of the Lord. When the Lord is happy, when you go for Harinam, when you go for book distribution. So today we are going to distribute Bhagavad Gitas, 150 of them. So please take Bhagavad Gitas, try to distribute them, it's free obviously. And one more thing, we have a return gift for each and everyone, like literally each and everyone, not only for a family. So please do take the gift with you. I say, okay? So my last point was that yes, That home deities are actually the expansion of the temple deities. Yes. So in Pune, when we placed his name VrindavanBihari, it was Vrindavan Chandra and Kunja Bihari. So it becomes VrindavanBihari. So the priority was always given to Vrindavan Chandra, whole temple program. It was never the home program. Why? Because for Janmashtami, where should you be for Mangalarti? Temple. Why? Devotees are there. The Lord is expecting. And I read it, when I read Bhagavatam the first time, it's Prabhupada writes it over that. Temple worship is actually our home worship. When we serve them, inka ho jata hai. So, when the first Janmashtami came, what I used to do, early morning, wake up at 3:30, go for Mangalarti. Do your chanting over there, wait for 7 o'clock, Darshanarti. After doing Darshanarti till 10 o'clock, you do Seva, morning 10 o'clock. Go to the market, take the flowers, go home, change the Lord. At 6 o'clock in the evening, start changing him for 12. But I couldn't go for Janmashtami in the temple. But here, it was the other way around. That's why when I came for the first time over here, I came for Mangalarti, Radhashtami, the first Mangalarti. Mataji was there, Prabhuji was there, we were there, and ho gaya, khatam. Nobody was there for Mangalarti. I'm like, ye kaun sa Mangalarti? Main galat hai kya? Kaun sa galat? Because you're coming from India, right? It's difficult over here to be practicing Krishna consciousness, right? So busy, we don't have servants, we don't have this. So many responsibilities are there. But now, Janmashtami, we get so many people. We have many people. For Radhashtami also, we get so many people. It's an amazing achievement. And our congregation is growing. It's because we are trying to sincerely serve Shri Radha Madhavari. So you have to keep them in the center. And that's why for Gaur Purnima, again we'll have kirtan, and also please sign up. This is the whatever that, advertisement for Gaur Purnima. So please come. Yes. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimati Radha Rani ki jai. Shri Radha Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hari Bol. So we'll start the Abhishek. Mataji, start kirtan. Yes. थोड़ा when we are doing sham, जोर से बजाना, फिर बाद में slow करना. समझे? थोड़ा fast ही पढ़ना, medium fast and then sham को जोर से, फिर बाद में slow. Medium.
मेरे इधर